Hi, I'm here today with Jonathan Arnott to discuss Britain beyond Brexit. This is the next one in our series and we're going to be talking about the economy. Hi Jonathan, how are you today?
Hi Michael, good thanks.
Hi, right, you've written a new booklet called Britain Beyond Brexit. Can you explain a little bit about why you felt you had to write about the economy?
Well, I mean, the economy is hugely important in society, but also I think we need to start looking at all of the people who are struggling in one way or another, whether it's working families, whether it's people being hit too easily by the higher tax threshold, or even whether it's small businesses that are undermined really by so much legislation that they've got to follow. And you know, I just think we need an attitude in this country of a vibrant, low tax economy that really encourages people to actually go out and to work hard and to make sure that they know if they work hard, they're going to be rewarded for doing so.
Can you give me some specific examples of what you put into your booklet?
Well, first thing, and I think we really need to get back to this, is I'm suggesting that we should go properly back to the idea of no tax on minimum wage, raise the tax threshold to 15,000 a year and make sure that anybody who's on minimum wage isn't paying anything in income tax. Secondly, what I'd like to do is make sure that we replace VAT. You know, it's such a hugely bureaucratic tax that harms our businesses and it costs them money, it costs the exchequer money, 10 billion plus a year in VAT fraud. Replace that with a simple purchase sales tax. Help everybody, help business in particular. We need to look at an intermediate tax rate so that higher rate taxpayers, people aren't getting into the higher rate when they're nurses, teachers, the kind of people who really shouldn't be the sort of people paying a 40% tax. And I think we also really need to fundamentally look at business and the way that we tax business. We need to be looking at lower corporation tax, but also on the other hand, the other side of the coin is making sure that big business really is paying its fair share and not just closing the tax loopholes, but making sure that there isn't the potential for a loophole.
A lot of people have concerns when it comes to policies, especially the costings. Could you explain about that for me, please?
Yeah, well, I mean, throughout the document I've tried to be clear about what's going to save money and what things are going to cost and how much we're going to have to spend to be able to do them. I've tried to make sure that everything is fully costed. I've made sure to use as much independent research as I can to back things up. And also, you know what the big thing is? We've got such a huge deficit in this country. We need to make sure that we're trying to cut the deficit as well. Because if we're putting more and more money on the national credit card every single year, eventually somebody's got to pay it back. Who's that going to be? That's going to be the young people. That's going to be the next generation. So I'm making sure that everything is as costed as possible, as clear as possible, bring more money in the right ways. But actually, you know, when you cut taxes, one of the good things is you encourage economic growth and that brings more money in to the country as a whole.
Thank you very much for your time, Jonathan.
Okay.